There are 6 levels of wealth and power, but 99% of people never make it past level. They control the systems that create it. Here's how the ladder works.
The financial level you are living at right now is very likely the exact level where you will remain forever. Most people view their daily routine as the natural order of the world. They exist inside an invisible prison, unaware that every financial stage has a specific mechanism designed to keep them exactly where they are. 5 centuries ago, Niccolo Machiavelli observed that power and wealth follow a rigid architecture. He realized that a ruler's strategy only becomes possible once they stop depending on external support. Without that independence, they are merely reacting to the world around them. This structure uncovers the game Machiavelli identified, divided into 6 distinct levels. Most people stall at the bottom because they focus on increasing their effort, when the actual barrier is the weight of their own identity. Advancing through these stages requires a brutal psychological trade-off. To reach the next tier, you must be willing to destroy your current self, a price almost everyone is unwilling to pay. Level 1 is the survival stage, an environment ruled entirely by fear. Every decision comes from pressure, fear of rent, debt, or a medical bill destroying your world. Here, you live at the mercy of a boss, a landlord, or a bank. Transitioning out of this tier requires you to abandon helplessness. You have to stop being a victim of the game and start studying how the game actually works. Level 2, the illusion stage, provides partial security. You trade panic for comfort, but your life rests on a fragile structure. This stability vanishes the moment you stop performing. One economic downturn breaks the system, and your world falls right back into level 1. To move past this stage, you must sacrifice comfort. You have to be willing to risk the small amount of safety you've built to gain actual leverage. This threshold is where most people plateau forever. They become too comfortable to act, but remain too dependent to truly relax, fiercely defending the cage they call home. Level 3 is the awakening stage. You have finally stopped relying solely on your time for money by building systems, investments, or high-value skills. This gives you strategic breathing room and the power to say no to bad opportunities. But as comfort returns, growth often dies. To reach the next stage, you have to sacrifice the enough mindset and the newfound safety of level 3. At level 4, the leverage stage, money becomes a strategic resource. You focus entirely on positioning, asking how one effort can produce 10 results. Your assets and systems generate returns while you sleep. Reaching this stage carries a steep social price, the sacrifice of approval. You must become cold enough to walk away from relationships and partnerships that no longer align with your future. You must become comfortable being misunderstood and judged. The masses seek comfort and safety, and they will interpret your focus as a personal slight. True influence requires a level of strategic precision that weaker minds often mistake for cruelty. Level 5 is the dominance stage. Your resources exceed your needs by a margin that makes survival irrelevant. Your decisions now shift markets and change the future of entire industries. Dominance requires the sacrifice of simplicity. You enter an arena of constant vigilance, where competitors are equals and motives are hidden behind transactional smiles. Beyond dominance lies the untouchable stage. Here, money is almost irrelevant. The real currency is legacy and the ability to shape systems that continue operating long after you are gone. To reach this final evolution of power, you must sacrifice your ego. The most powerful entities become invisible. They realize that the highest form of rule is nowhere to be seen, allowing their structures to shape reality. This is the destination of the strategist, creating a permanent, invisible impact that outlasts their life. The gap between a level 1 survivor and a level 6 architect is bridged by insatiable hunger and strategic patience. Reality only rewards transformation. You cannot achieve a new life while clinging to the habits and mindset that kept you stuck in the old one. Analyze your resources and control over your life. Identify which of the 6 levels you are currently inhabiting. Every step upward requires a toll. Look at the level above you and ask if you are willing to pay the price to breach that barrier. you are faced with a definitive choice. Will you accept the cage you are currently in, or will you begin the climb? Staying still is a choice. Every single day, you are either climbing or settling. Your habits are already deciding your destiny.